Welcome, welcome, everybody. Welcome back. We're just gonna wander around this here lovely world now that some of the smog is gone. Unfortunately, the water has not come back yet, but hopefully soon it shall return. This set of levels is probably my least favorite in the game. I will go ahead and say flashing light warning for sure. I'll need to put that up too on top of screen. I'm probably gonna let that run in the corner or something the entire video, just so everyone is aware that flashing lights may happen. Probably the reason I hate this level so much is honestly just because of the flashing lights. Because it's so aggressive that you literally you're basically blind when you're playing the game. At least for me. Because when it happens, you're like, oh crap, where was I? What's going down? I can't tell what's going down in this here neighborhood. Gotta collect all the star power-ups. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's only about 3 times you have to use that ability. Also, this world always reminded me of kind of the level design in the later Donkey Kong 64 levels. Up around Helm's Deep, you know, that part of the game. When you're up there in the creepy castle and all that. Music's a lot happier though. Like, I feel like the music in this one could be a little creepier, be a little more samba, a little more scary. This music feels more like Addams Family or Munsters. It gets a little too happy for the world. Let's make it a little creepier, creepify it a little bit. But yeah, that flashing is just so aggressive. Bum, 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 bum. Overall fun level designs though. I think if I had to pick a favorite level in this game, it would probably be the first space level, maybe? Yeah, I like that one probably the most. I do like the enemy in this one though, that we're gonna encounter in a second. I have no reason why I did that. I think I just pushed the wrong button. But sometimes you just want to watch the world burn. You get that edge. This time I'm gonna obey the arrow. I know I could have just walked back over here, but honestly, where's the fun in that? I wonder what the top score you can get in this game is. I'm gonna say probably 7 nines, 6 nines. I'm gonna say it's either 6 nines or 7 nines. Gotta leave the old bowling ball over here while I collect the rest of these lovely collectibles. Perfect. And then we collect this potion after we sit on the side. I love that. That's one of my favorite things, is sitting on the side and watching him kind of kick his feet. The enemy right there, though, where he turns the ball kind of into this weird blob, that's a fun enemy. I do kind of wish that you saw it more. Because I feel like this game did have some cool mechanics and some cool enemies. I just wish they would have been able to, like, maybe implement a little more of them. Maybe the project got a little rushed or something. But I do feel like there was more to this game that either they could have added or maybe would have added. But yeah, that little smoky green thing where he's just like, I'ma change your ball. Because like that's a fun concept in a game where you have a ball making it change shapes and stuff like that. Why didn't we implement that more? That's a super cool system. At a certain point in the game, you also just start realizing that it's just better to just run in Kool-Aid Man through these little teeter-tottering things. I think you can knock it over with the ball if you try enough, but in reality, I think it is better just to kind of, oh yeah, your way through it. Bum 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 bum. Dun dun. I can't smack your little weapon if you can't swing it. I do kind of wish they would have made more puzzles like this in the game as well. Because Glover was kind of a different kind of platformer, where you could have had more, like the carnival level, where you have the, the little games, where you're using the ball, like using like a claw machine and stuff like that. Like they could have done more puzzles like that, and I feel like it would have made the game a lot more enjoyable. Like the old Flatout games and stuff like that, kind of having more of like a mini game thing almost, where you could play like 4-player mini games, kind of like Kirby 64 did with the crystal shards, kind of like where you had the mini games and stuff. That would have been kind of fun. Like they could have made like a Hungry Hippo one or something, where you're the glove and you're trying to smack the thing to get it to to collect the most gems or balls or something. Like, I feel like there was stuff they could have done with it. That would have been pretty cool. Does this game need multiplayer? Nah. But, not saying it would have been pretty sweet if they wouldn't have added it. Random fun fact. Or maybe it's not a random fun fact. Maybe it's just a fact. It's a tidbit, a footnote. This is me procrastinating to tell you, just because I can. At the beginning of this level, I don't know if you can spot it, but I started the recording, and then stopped to pour myself a drink, and kind of just let the game run. But there is actually a cut in the beginning of this level. If you're looking for one, it'll probably be easy to find. But there is a cut in the very beginning before I move the ball. But just a little fun fact for you, there's a little cut there. Just because I was like, ah, crap, I done started, but I don't want to restart the level, and I was just like, ah, screw it, I'll just cut it. Not more moving platforms. I wonder if those dragons had any inspiration on later on with the Call of Duty Zombies, where you had the little dragon you had to feed. Probably not. But it would be kind of cool if they did. The devs were inspired by this game, and they're like, oh man, I loved Glover. Let's add that to the game. Such an easy platform compared to the ones in the circus level. Or carnival. I don't remember which one it is, honestly. I keep interchanging them so much. That's one of the kind of beginner traps where they're like, huzzah! We're gonna get them the first time. Thank goodness the ball doesn't have complete momentum. And it just kind of stops. That's a speedrunning strat right there. Called the platform skip. And you gotta balance it out. When you do something cool like that, you gotta do something really dumb like that. That way it balances itself out. When I'm doing game playthroughs, that's what I'm thinking about the entire time. Yin and yang. For every super cool clutch moment, you gotta have a crap moment. True story. I wonder if I was to make a video game, to make one on old hardware, because it's not super hard to get like cartridges and chips and like to make stuff. I wonder how hard it would be to develop a game on the N64 or something. I don't know what I would make, but I am kind of curious now, like, what would it be? What would I do? I completely forgot here what to do. But thankfully, this Mr. Tip up here was there. So go ahead and add it to the counter. I think this is the third one we talked to through the game. Because I did stop and talk to this one because I thought he might be able to help me. He couldn't. I thought he was going to say something about the door. Because, like, by the time you get to him, the dynamite thing should have already exploded. But then I was like, maybe I can run and jump. Eventually, I did realize, hey, I can just drop the ball down. But I did try a couple of times different ways, because I was like, I just need speed and power. But the problem is, you just do that, you just kind of hop right over the button. Alright. So I had to step away for a second in the middle of the recording, which is kind of annoying because, well, now I gotta line up the audio. I also have to remember what I was talking about. So, excuse me while I ramble for a few minutes, trying to remember what I was doing. Because I really don't want to lose all of my lovely commentary, aka mindless babbling. Like how the lever is 18 times bigger than him. You can't even see him. Peekaboo! I'm gonna just change my channel name to Mindless Babbling. Because that's basically all it is. But I appreciate y'all for sitting through it. It means the world to me. Look at these, they're way above their time. Using brushless motors. Pretty innovative. Also, I thought I could time him to the ball falling and screaming, but I missed it. Like there's like there's some Jason or something's about to come out of the corner. It's funny because parts like that seem like they would be difficult, but it's funny how back in these old days, which levels we actually found hard and what we found hard to do in the levels. Like this is really only annoying because you got that diagonal part of the platform. Wants to chunk you all over the place. But thankfully Mr. Zombie Mummy is super easy to deal with. And just like that, victory in another level. Only took us about double the time. That's how you know you're getting good. Part time, what's that? You just gotta inch yourself forward. You just gotta give a little tap. A little tap, tap, taparoo. Oh! I got my train of thought back. Back to the multiplayer, like, mini games they could have thrown in this game. Like, imagine a Glover mini golf mini game. That would have been super cool. It's like, you know, like a hungry hippo, you got like that. I mean, could have added like just carnival games. You could have done like skee ball and I mean just bowling. Like a ring toss. Well, instead of a ring toss, the what's that one with the ping pong balls where you try to like, throw the ping pong ball in the colored whatever. But like just that would have been so much fun. Nowadays it'd be a DLC pack. Glover goes to the carnival or something. Honestly, I have no idea if he actually has a name. Buddy, either I'm gonna get you or I'm gonna die. Run away! You could have done a parody in this game of Indiana Jones. That would have been funny, running away from the big ball, like... I felt like this game had so much more potential. And if we ever would have gotten Glover 2.0 or whatever. There's so much more fun stuff we could have done. Be kind of cool if every time you got up on the ball it did that, or like a drum roll or something. Right here I decided to do the smart thing and get off the ball, because had I have not, that lightning probably would have chunked me right off the side of the map. Just like that. Only could have blamed it on the lightning. What do you think that symbol on the coffin is supposed to be? Like a bat? Back in the days when you could just chunk an object on there, or just stretch an item, go, now it's a ramp. Just stretch the... just stretch the texture a little bit. What's the level design? Just make it floating. Make what float? Just make it float. The whole world. No one questions it. Nowadays I feel like when you make a game you have to have like a whole coherent layout for the world and all this other stuff. Back then they're just like, I don't know, you're a glove in the world. Doing I don't know, you're a monkey fighting an Italian plumber. You're a triangle shooting at little dots in space. And we just went along with it. Not like nowadays, I feel like you need a whole coherent storyline. Well, actually that's not true. I think there's still just as wacky ideas. Right here, I'm just determined to get past this part of the level in the most incorrect way possible. I know I could have just done it the proper way, but I want to do it the improper way because I can. Is there a reason to do it that way? Heck no. Did we decide to do it that way? Heck yes. I'm not sure the proper way you're supposed to do it. You're probably supposed to do something similar to that. Or use this big ball power upgrade and like bounce and throw it over the fence or something. I'm not sure the proper way you're supposed to do it. But doing that side hop jump thing and then diving to your death was just way more fun. I think it's because just the giant ball. But another game that I was kind of thinking about that would be super fun to play would be what was it, Batman, the animated series on SNES or something like that. I don't remember really ever playing it as a kid. I just remember seeing like screenshots and stuff. That would be fun though. That would be a fun game to play this year. I feel like that's probably like a $40 game. Not too expensive, but I feel like it's probably a little bit more expensive. Let's take a gander here real quick. I'm gonna get sidetracked. And let's see what we got. filter for sold, just because I'm curious what the bases they go for. Let's see, what was it called? Here's one on the original Game Boy. Let's see, let me type that in. I didn't write SNES. It looks like, The Adventures of Batman and Robin, Batman Returns, Adventures of Batman and Robin. I don't know what The Adventures of Batman and Robin is, but it is an expensive game. It's like a $140 game. There's a signed one. That one is super expensive. Batman Forever. I think. I don't know which one it is, to be completely honest. I feel like it's probably The Adventures of Batman and Robin. But either way, that's a little bit of an expensive game. So I'm gonna have to look more into it. That's probably gonna be one. If it is that one, then it's $100 something bucks. That is one I'm probably just gonna have to order online. I don't think I must stumble upon it out in my journeys. But really, that's all that will dictate what I play this year, is what I stumble upon in my journeys. Try to start going to yard sales and stuff. See if I can't stumble upon these fun games. Timing was off. But it's okay. This time, that timing's gonna be impeccable. AKA, I think I died twice doing this. Yeah, I think I died like 2 more times. I like how I'm playing a game of, I can't remember how many times I died. This part just brings up the memory, so I'm gonna talk about it. Sim Coaster, or for people who don't know what a Sim Coaster, you would know it as not Sim Theme Park, Theme Park Incorporated, I believe was the other name you might know it as. But that's a game that I would also really like to play, and that metal closing noise reminds me of the Adventureland, the first, no, in Land of Invention, the first park, because it's got kind of that industrial feel in those sound effects, and they're probably the exact same sound effects. I have the game behind me, I just don't feel like turning around to see when it was made, but I'd imagine I think that one was 2000 when they made it, maybe? But if you ever played Sim Theme Park, it's basically the same game as that, but instead of having a little blue guy annoy you, it's a little blue girl. And instead of having, what is that Sim Theme Park is? I think it's 6 worlds in Sim Theme Park. In Sim Coaster, it's only 3. But a fun little storyline. The owner of the company is retiring, and he just wants to make a super crazy big park. And yeah, if you can meet his criteria and everything, you know, hey, a Willy Wonky of the factory. I mean, a Willy Wonky of the parks. Look at that impenetrable fortress. Run by.
Yeah!
Perfect level. I feel like I'm pretty close on the par time in this. Let's see. Nope, not even close. I thought this was one where I was closer on the par time. Not even close. Don't worry, I don't show the entire thing. I just wanted to show y'all that I did farm some more lives right here. But this was the new way that I farmed lives by this point in the game. Because I only had to do this a couple of times. maybe like 3 times. That earlier time, this time, and then the final boss. But this is what I did a couple more times like that, just to get a few extra lives. This level of boss, I mean, like, this is probably my least favorite boss in the game, just because, first off, every time you lose, you have to watch this, which is just the longest cutscene. But not only that, it's such a long setup. Because first off, you have to figure out that you can ground pound the platforms. Because most of the time what you're going to do the first time you do this is you're going to go through, climb all the way up to the top. Then after you climb all the way up to the top, you're going to discover that you're in the wrong area. And then after that, you're just going to have to come back through and you gotta watch where the ball's at. But yeah, it's such a slow setup. It is nice that if you do it right, you can stun him, but like when you're first playing through this game, you're not thinking about any of this. You're not gonna realize that this is what you gotta do. And then if you mess up like this right here, then you gotta hit the button because you miss your jump or you accidentally do too much of it. But yeah, I feel like this setup part is just... I feel like it wouldn't be as bad if they would have given you a, one of those retrieval potions. That way you could just kind of get the retrieval potion and bring the ball up with you. Because, like, let's be honest, all you're gonna do is leave the ball, leave the ball on one of the platforms or in the corner anyways. But yeah, just the setup for this level is just such a slog, just trying to figure out, like, first off, what am I supposed to do? And then when you finally do figure out what you're supposed to do, even just getting the setup properly can be a bit of a pain. Because if you accidentally fall off or jump off early, then what ends up happening is, well, you just gotta start all the way over again. But yeah, I think if I had to say which boss I hate the most, it's this one. For sure, it is this one. Because you also have this terrible top-down view, which is super hard to gauge your jumps and stuff. I wouldn't even say it's because it's a difficult boss. Like I said, I feel like it's more or less just you have no idea how to do the setup, what you're supposed to do with the setup. I know I could have edited this part down because this does make the boss fight super long, but I figured I'd show the entire setup here from getting this done. I did not mean to do that cartwheel. That cartwheel messed me up. But it is cool how you could stun him, basically, and just keep him stun locked in one area. just not a fun boss fight. I have many memories of this boss fight being just annoying and dumb, and not enjoying it. Like that where the camera would jitter and you accidentally fall off or misjump. Thankfully, you know, I didn't have to start all the way over because it did it where, what I was put a pad for it. I still messed up though. Unfortunately, I did still mess up though. But don't worry, we're getting there, we're making some headway. Thinking back, I probably should edit down some of this boss, but for those of you who want to watch it, have fun enduring my babbling and watching this. For those who don't, I do timestamp the videos, so you can just skip it. And I'll probably make a little footnote. Little hey, skip the boss fight by going to this point or something, I don't know. We'll see. He's kind of making like that. What noise is that? He finally got me. I think this is the time I get it. But there might be one more. Yeah, I think it's one more. Anyone who is watching this entire thing, though, thank you. And, why? I had to do this. But thank you for joining me through it. Like how he gives you such a line up to it. He's like, I'm gonna do it, and a 1, and a 2. Knock me ball. I love how you can do that right there. You just keep him stunned forever while you get the thing set up at least. While I'm doing this commentary, I have it full screen, so I can't really see the tracking bar at the bottom to know how much is left, but I do believe we are nearing the end, because it looks like I have the setup finally. Thankfully, this is probably the easiest part, because he's pretty easy to avoid. Let me just kind of wait for him to do his thing. I forgot that he can pop the thing. I was trying to hover above the platform and wait, but I forgot that he can electrocute you even if you're, I don't think quite on the top, but if you're still on one of the metal platforms, I believe he can do it every time. Which is also weird, because I thought rubber, that's a little rubber ball, like, I thought that was supposed to be a good conductor, or a good insulator against electricity. Victory is nigh. Thankfully, when he kicks it, you can at least just hover in the air above it, though. And just like that, victory is here. Perfect. I do love that, though, how he just kind of collapses into a bunch of parts. And the Fortress of Fear is complete. And look at that. Now the world is almost 100% complete. It's nice and sunny again. And in the next episode, we will be finishing up the last world. I'm not sure if I'm going to do 1 or 2 more episodes, because the last episode's also going to be pretty long. I don't know if I'm going to have the boss be just its own video, but I'll probably just do 1 super long video for the last one. But thanks for joining me, and I can't wait to finish up this journey with you.